guys, this is Jenchi. Today I'm going to show you how to make a slab constructions cup, vase, and could be anything. Yeah. So in here you actually have a little bit of an example right here. This is actually made out of slab constructions, okay? But notice on this side actually has some texture, so I'm going to show you how to do that. That's kind of like accidentally. And you notice the side actually kind of nice and clean on the edges because I use a rip tool to do that. And at the same time, here's another one right here. This is a, just a little, I don't know, napkin holder or whatever that you want to call them, just a little bit. So I'm going to show you how to construct that. Okay, so I usually, it's nice, put away. Okay, so you can see right here, this clay is a little thick at my liking. I like my clay just a little thin, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little piece of paper, which is right here. So I'm going to kind of flip this clay on the other side, and then so I can flip it right here. Kind of flip it a little bit, so I'm going to stretch this clay just a little bit more. Kind of stretch it a little thinner. I don't like my cup. I don't like too thick. So I'm going to stretch it just a little bit. Okay. Now the next step is how to make this texture right here. See? So I'm going to make this cut right now. Yeah. Sorry, I just had to look at it. So now I'm gonna see this. This clay, the slab, I need a rectangular clay because this will allow me to fold the clay together. I did notice there's something right here. I have some air pocket in there. Maybe I just didn't do wedge very well. So here's a trick to pop the air bubble. That says from here, you can see it right here. Okay, you can't really see it very closely. If you see there's an air pocket right there, put your needle tool towards the very end, one end of that pocket, okay, air pocket, and you squeeze the air from the opposite side towards your needle tool. And that's how you pop the zit. Okay, so here you go. I'm gonna take them out, same as here. Got a few. There you go. Okay. Now our next one. Again, it looks a little thick to me. Okay, here we go. Now this part, elongated part, it's gonna be my cup. Okay. So what I can do is, and maybe I can cut off these right here because I don't quite really need it. Okay, I'll cut that off. Right here. Right here. There you go. I'll cut that off. Put it into my scrap area. So this whole thing right there, it's gonna be my cup. Okay. So before I do that, I can do it first. I'll try it both ways. Yeah. So this time I'm gonna make a cup. I don't want my cup to, so maybe like that. So the sheets of clay right here. Okay, looks pretty good. Maybe scale it a bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this little roller right here, kind of thin out the edges, round out the edges off just a little bit. And this part right here is, oh, I can make another one. However, don't forget, you still need the bottom. So I'm going to save some for the bottom, okay? So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make that texture. So how I'm making the texture is, I'm going to use this wonderful, wonderful cardboard. So what happened with this cardboard, I'm going to take this away from me, okay? Okay. So what happened is that yesterday I was using it and noticed there's a kind of moisture gets into it. So what I did is I rip up the top and then got this cool texture. I wish there's a long one. You know, maybe next time I'm gonna cut the longer one so I can have a strip like this. I can do it the straight way, but I feel like for the construction way, if this patterns run much stronger than if your pattern runs straight, okay? Because this is a curve, so it's a stronger holding versus this pattern goes straight, because if it's straight, kind of break them easily. So I always try to have a not run it this way, but more like horizontal. Okay, so and then since my my cardboard right here is not really like big. Let me see. I can rip a couple more off to see. I think if we want to do it, maybe like put some clay underneath it and make the moisture. Put the moisture in there. Maybe it'll work. Okay, but I think that's good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run this like this way right here. Okay. So I'm gonna take the rolling pin and firmly push it down. Okay, so let's see what we have. Okay, take this out. And I exactly tell you what not to do, which is a straight way. Now look, oh well, you know what? Because right now if I start bending my slab, and you can tell they will start breaking already. I can see some breakage already. So, hello, that's what not to do, right? But can I fix it? Yes, let me fix it. I actually kind of like that. Alright, so I'm gonna take that. See, they all kind of want to. Alright, this sucks. I need to start over again because I already can tell. Ooh, see, they already want to break it off. See right here? That's no. Yeah. Oh well. That's right, not to do. Not to do. Okay? Alright, so anyway, luckily I have one more slab of clay right here. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to bring it here. Okay, I'm going to roll it just a little thinner. This time I'm going to make sure I'm going to make a smaller cut. Alright, so I'm going to fold this right here. Okay, I'm going to take this. This right here. And this time I'm going to take this on the side, doing the same thing. Right, I'm going to roll this edges. Right? Okay, now, Jenchi, don't scoot up. This time, don't do this way. Do this way. Yes. No, this way. Yes. Okay, right here. Put it right here. Alright. I'm going to roll the slab right here. That's more like it. Alright. I think this one right here, because this little things, but that's okay. Ooh, that looks nice. Okay, so then some edges is not very clean, so I'm gonna go back to clean it just a little bit, so it looks like there's a finish it up nice, and then smooth out the edges. And same thing as this, you actually can go in and to make, you know, all kinds of variations to it, the design. So, you see, right here, this is nice and straight. Right here. Okay. Now, the clay is kind of wet, so they don't really want to, you know, stand up. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let them dry slightly. Okay. And those edges right here, I don't quite like it. I'm going to cut it off. Yeah. So, since this clay, so I'm going to take them out so you can see my pattern. Alright, so now I'm gonna actually bring them up. I'm gonna do it this way so you all can see it. Okay. So first you need to decide, which side's gonna be your bottom. This side or this side, because if it's your bottom, you need to make sure the edge is kind of nice and round, right? So in this case, this side is my bottom. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my clay like this. Watch. So I'm gonna fold them up. Boom, boom, boom. So the strongest curve is your. This is gonna be a big ass cup. All right. So the strongest curve. So you can see that pattern actually allow the clay kind of like dry out just a little. Stand up a little stronger. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some slip. Already prepared slips, score and slip on the edges. Make sure you do that. And you can see if I don't do it, it will pay for it later on. Okay. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to join them together. Yeah. And now I'm going to join this part. Make sure all edges. I'm actually going to stand them up like this and have them dry them like this. Okay. Now I put a little slip. I need to compress them. So another great thing about this tube, which is the inside of a saran wrap. So I'm going to put it like that. Okay. I'm going to roll anything that flat on the surface so you can see the joint. Okay, that's called compressions. Or you can see one of these. Boom, boom, boom. And by the way, one of the favorite hand building artists, probably his name is Scott Jennings, and he's located in San Francisco, and he made beautiful, beautiful hand building stuff. Okay, so if you kind of bored with mine, or like you want something new, please skip to them and then see what they look, what kind of stuff they make. So what I really like right here is the uneven surface. I don't want to blend them because I feel sometimes I want to see some edges that is not blending, like right here. So I want to show my process of work, and then this is gonna be good. So I'm gonna let them dry, firm up a little bit, because right now if I pick it up, it's gonna move. So I'm gonna let them dry, and then of course this is the time that I determine. This is the time that I determine, do I want a circle? Do I want an oval? And any type of shape. And so just make sure that you stay like that and let them firm up, create a little dryness on the surface. Usually I heard people say, create a little skin. Yeah, whatever. Just let them firm up so you are easy to manipulate. Okay. Once they firm up, that says right now, it firm up already. So what we do is, I'm gonna take this slab. You probably see me doing this before already. I learned this trick from my awesome instructor that in Pasadena City College, Phil Cornelia, who's my lovely teacher that I miss him a lot. So, okay, so I pour some slip right there, okay? So instead of pick up the slip, brush it all over. So what I did right now is I want to cut a piece of a clay so I can put my I'm gonna cut a little too small. Oh well. Yeah, use this one. I use this one right here. Okay. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna find my diameter of the bottom. So if this is my diameter, I'm gonna do that and bring it right here. I'll say, okay, that looks good. Take it up. So right now what I did is I mark the clay where I'm gonna score and slip. Then I take this little beautiful score and slip machines, like a rib or the tools or whatever you want, just whatever that works for you, okay? And then you're gonna take this, you're gonna put it on the surface. I'm gonna put a little bit right here. you're gonna go back to pick up more, a little more glaze right here. I mean, a little more slip. You're gonna put it back on here. You find the spot that you want it. Okay. So I'm gonna gently. So of course, right now, I didn't really compress the clay, so I'm gonna be in like big trouble if I don't compress the clay. So it's actually kind of sinking right here, but that's fine. Okay, so what I do is I'm gonna cut this in a 45-degree angle. See me? Right here, 45-degree on it, around the edges. Okay. This side kind of sink in. Take this lap handle off, because all these clay can reuse. Put that in here. Now I'm using the paper to come around underneath it and gently push the clay up to seal them together. Of course, when you do this, make sure that your clay is dry. Right now the clay is not really cooperating because it's too soft, okay? But luckily I made one already earlier for lunch. So right in here, I'm gonna come a little closer to you so you can see it. So what happened is right here, can you see the edges is all kind of cut in the four corner? So what I do is I take a little piece of paper and I kind of wedge it in like this, you know, kind of goes around. So same thing as this, I can run my clay underneath it with the paper in between my clay and gently push out all those 45-degree that I cut and then attach it. So the good thing about that is, because this clay is still kind of dry, kind of wet. The good thing about that, that creates a little fold that comes up. I think it's quite pretty, alright? And then so I kind of see the process of the clay. So this will be how the way that I will cut off the edges instead of cleaning them. But some people would like to clean them very well too as well. But up to you, okay? And then for this, if you want to make it into a big ass mug, you can put a little handle in there. Or what I would do is I would take this. I'm looking for my, oh, right here. I'm gonna take one of these. Okay, I'm gonna cut a small piece. Okay. Right here. So right here, I can make, oh look, I can make a tiny little curve. So I can actually decorate it on the side. Again, make sure you score and slip, yeah? I enjoy that. I'm gonna do that on that one. Take this to the side. I'm gonna take one of these. I'm gonna curl them up. Look at that. Oh, so pretty. Beautiful. Like that. Hey, almost looks like a pasta. Yeah? So I'm gonna use the score and slip. This time I'm gonna put it here. So again, I'm gonna put my pen in there. I'm gonna compress it. Okay. Actually, I should use this. Here you go. And another one right here. I'm gonna roll them up like that, and put a little slip, and put it on this side. Yay! Make sure you use it right. Trick of making these kind of constructions is slow dry. Slow dry. Slow dry. Okay. So here's what I make earlier. Okay, still drying. I'm gonna come back to fix it. And it looks pretty good. Right in here, let me see if you can see it closer. So right in here, here you go. The slab constructions, or the cup. Done. Yeah. Go make some slab constructions of cups, vase, whatever you call it.